As we kick off the update, we're going to take you back to Tomah Health this past Wednesday, July 23rd, for a check presentation by the Tomah Health Community Foundation to the Tomah PD to help out their DARE program. That's what you'll see next on the update.
Okay, so good morning. My name is Eric Price. I'm the marketing director at Tomah Health. I'm also the ex officio member of the Tomah Health Community Foundation. Just for the newcomers, foundation is separate from the hospital. It's its own entity and works to help support not-for-profit organizations in Monroe County that help out wellness and also public safety type initiatives. So we're glad today to help support the Tomah Police Department in its effort to bring the DARE program to elementary students in the Tomah School District. So with that said, I'm just going to introduce the players here today. We have Brian Urshley, he's the president of the Tomah Health Community Foundation. Also Eric Pedersen. Eric is the chief of police for the city of Tomah. And then Jared Filano is the assistant chief for the Tomah Police Department. So welcome for being here. Thank you. Brian, first of all, I want you to tell a little bit about the donation and why the foundation helps support initiatives like this.
The Tomah Health community has been for years and years and years, over 25 years now, been providing to the wellness of our local community. And this was a program that the board members all thought was worth choosing to help out the young people at a critical point, I suppose, Eric, in their life, with drug-related problems and issues. So we're proud to be able to provide you some money today.
And we appreciate it.
Thanks, Brian. And then Eric, maybe you can just explain a little bit about how the DARE program is going to work here in Tomah, and more specifically, how the funds from the foundation will help support that.
The funds will go directly to providing the training and the resources needed to facilitate the program within the school district. The DARE program is designed to focus on 5th grade level students. We are reintroducing it. It used to be a program many years ago, and we are reintroducing it with our partners from the school district. We discussed this with them. They want it. They think it's going to be beneficial to the students, and we greatly thank the Tomah Health Community Foundation for their generous donation. Thank you.
Okay, great. We'll get a quick photo here, and Brian, you want to do the official presentation there for us?
Handing off of the check.
There you go.
Should we do the big check?
Yep, we'll do that too. We'll get one with the little check. Everybody get some roll there? You look right over at me, guys.
Are we level, Eric?
You are level. Pretty good, Brian. Pick you down just a hair for me, everybody. Jared, your side down there.
All right, Brian, we just saw another check presentation. Let's start from the get-go for people not familiar with your program. Bottom line is, people are not aware, but you're not affiliated at all with the hospital, are you?
That's correct. We are not affiliated at all with the Tomah Hospital.
Now, a lot of these check presentations we've seen are to organizations or groups that have received money before, and the Tomah PD is one of these, aren't they?
They are. We've given money to their dog program, canine program.
Their program has been around a long time, and this is going to help them out financially, isn't it?
It is. It is.
Background on yourself. How many years have you been on the board? Again, we've talked about this before, but for the people just joining us for the first time, you've been a board member for a while, right?
I think 6 years now.
People looking in saying, okay, check presentation, wonderful. Where does the people have asked me, it's been various dollar amounts, from $1,500 to $1,000 to $2,500 a day. How does the dollar amount, how do you come up with a dollar amount, Brian?
Well, usually it's the asker who establishes an amount, and then we as board members will vote on first if we want to approve the giving, and then an amount.
I've never seen a check presentation for more than $2,500 like today. I would assume that's the max.
No, there is no max, but we do have a set amount of money we like to spend for a given year. Of course, we'd spend more if we had it. I would only love to have more money to be able to hand out to our local community.
And we talked about this before, but for the benefit of the people joining us for the first time. Typical year with a check presentation like we just saw a moment ago, how many dollars will you guys pay out?
In a given year?
Yes.
About $15,000.
That's a lot.
In this year's actually quite unique because we had a special donation, so we'll probably be giving out closer to $25,000 this year.
So where does the money come from to make these donations? Where do you get the money, Brian?
Some of it is, well, a lot of it is from programs, for instance, our golf outing, which will be held this year, August 1st. And then throughout the years, generous donations from people of the local community, and more recently from donations after death from people who wanted to send money to the Tomah Health Foundation.
Organizations looking in right now that say, hey, we'd love to try to be a part of this. How do they get the ball rolling?
They could reach out to the Tomah Health or tomahhospital.org site, and you will find our Tomah Health Foundation link there.
You have your golf outing coming up, near future, August 1.
Yep.
Would they compare you to Scotty Scheffler? Do you play in this? Are you a Scotty Scheffler?
I am not a golf pro at
You're not.
all.
You
No.
play?
Oh, I do, but like once or twice a year, Greg, not too often.
So is the golf outing maybe financially the biggest role that helps with these check presentations? Is
It
that the biggest one?
It is. The golf outing is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Wow. Brian, I appreciate you always talking to me. You just run a road trip, it sounds like, for a while, huh?
I was. It was wonderful, Greg. It was wonderful.
Well, enjoy the humidity this weekend. Thank you for your time. Appreciate it. We'll do
Thanks
this
much.
again.
Thanks.
Talking with Tomah Police Chief Eric Pedersen. Eric, we just saw the check presentation a moment ago. Before we talk about that, let's go back to square one. You've been chief for a while now. How's it going?
It's going really well. It's going well because they have a great support system and team in place.
Every police chief that I've had a chance to sit down and talk with, they all have their own mission, what they want to do. As chief of Tomah right now, how would you sum up what you hope to accomplish as chief of Tomah right now?
Well, ultimately, the main thing is to maintain our professional police services for the community. There are a couple smaller things that we're trying to implement, working with budgetary constraints, so it's a challenge right now. So there may be some other things in the future. But ultimately, the goal is to maintain our services for this community and do what they need, provide what they need.
A while back, we had bullets show up in the middle school and the high school. You were part of that. For the people looking in right now that have kids in school, upcoming school year just around the corner, what would you say to them?
Great question. So we have for approximately 20 years required our staff during school hours, and particularly the morning and the afternoon hours, they are required to be within the school zones. We have many schools, so they usually designate where they're going to be for the day, and that's a requirement. So they're going to be visible within their marked police vehicles. We now have them park their police vehicles and get out of the squad and be separate. So you have two pieces of a law enforcement visual for the students, staff, and family members to see that we're there trying to ensure their safety.
A little background on yourself. You have quite the background before you became chief. You have quite the background, don't you?
Yes, well, I'm originally from Tomah. I graduated
Yep.
In 1995.
Yep.
I then spent the next 8 years in the United States Army as a military police officer, going around the world. Great time, great experience, and got out and put myself through the police academy, and then was hired by the city of Tomah in 2005.
Your dad was also in law enforcement. How much of that comes into play what you're doing right now?
Considerable. He had a massive influence on my life choices and career goals. I've always wanted to be in law enforcement, and he was. He spent over 30 years in law enforcement. He was ultimately retired as the Monroe County Sheriff, but he's had massive influence.
There was a time, Chief, when I knew all the officers. I know hardly anybody anymore. Is that the world we're in right now?
It is. It's a very common thing amongst almost all police departments where you have a very young staff being the early 20s for age and time in service. So we're 2 or 3 years on, and then there's this large gap and you have your now senior or veteran officers, and that's certainly the case with us. We bring on some incredibly solid people, high character people. We train them to be police officers, and then we let them go out and provide services to our community.
And it seems like all the chiefs I've talked with, that when they come to a council meeting, you're always you're looking for new people. But that's probably something that's not going to change, is it? We're going to have a big turnover here in Tomah.
No, it's not. We have been fortunate in that we believe that the culture we've created has allowed us to maintain almost full strength. Right now, we are at full strength. We have one that's in our academy, which our max strength is 21 sworn personnel, and we have one in the academy. So when he graduates, we will be at full strength.
Chief, how much does money come into play? I'd love to be a part of Tomah PD, but I can go elsewhere and make more money. How much does money come into play?
The law enforcement career field is incredibly competitive. And each agency struggles with trying to find the incentives. And typically the incentives are compensation. And those are always challenges. We have had a very supportive council. They listen, they make decisions that are in the best interest of, we believe, of the police department and the community. So they've been very supportive with that.
As chief, are you a goal-oriented person?
Absolutely.
And what would some of those goals be?
Well, we have numerous goals. We have internal goals. We want to make some minor changes, and then in the future some major changes. Some of the goals within the community is I like the staff getting out and actually meeting people when they can. Now, we're very busy. We have about 15,000 calls for service a year. So as they're not committed on a call for service, we want them out getting to meet our business owners and other members of our community.
All right, let's get back to the bottom line around our Tomah Health Check presentation. We'll go for the DARE program. Well, that's a program that's been around for a while, hasn't it?
A very long time.
How does the DARE program come to play in 2025? It's changed, obviously, over the years, but update me on how the DARE program works, Chief, in 2025.
Well, the primary focus is going to be on the elementary students, the 5th grade level students. We do have a program in the schools now, the GREAT program, that's targeted for the older kids. This will bring our services and the curriculum to the younger kids as they are developing and moving up through the school system on many issues related to drug abuse and other things. Not just focused on drug abuse, but it's on the education and positive decision making.
Your officers during the school year, Chief, visit the schools periodically?
Absolutely.
Is that part of the format?
In fact, we encourage that, and in many circumstances we require it. We require them to be present. We also want them to go and familiarize themselves with the difference. We have a lot of them in the city. We want them to be familiar with different ways to get into the school, where the offices are, and the general layout of the facilities. Very important.
$2,500 check today from Tomah Health. I know you appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Where do you see this money going?
It will go directly and immediately to funding the training and the resources needed to facilitate the program.
Hey, thanks for sitting down with me. I wanted to give you I want to talk to you a while back, but I thought let him get the format down, have some time to do his position, and you've obviously done that. But hey, thank you for sitting down with me, talking obviously about the check for the DARE program, but talking about other stuff going to Tomah PD, and anytime open format, anytime you feel you and I need to get the community word out, we have an open invite, so please keep that in mind.
Thank you, Greg, and I appreciate what you do for the community.
Thank you so much. So on this portion of the update, we take you back this past Wednesday, July 23, for a check presentation from the Tomah Health Community Foundation President Brian Urshley to Tomah Police Chief Eric Pedersen to help out the DARE program. We hope you enjoyed it here on the update. As the update continues, we're going to take you back to the middle of July. We're down here at Recreation Park. Versity Blood Centers of Wisconsin is down here for a blood drive in Tomah. And in a moment, we're going to talk with 4 people that are donating blood today. That's what you'll see next as the update continues. All right, we're down here at Recreation Park, middle of July. Blood drive going on today, and we're talking with Paul right now. Now, Paul, you are a donor, and we want to talk with some of the donors that are down here today. Take me back to why you decided to donate blood. Tell me that. What's the story? It's a great story, isn't it?
Mostly to help people. I lost my wife a year ago, and they gave her blood, and before they realized what the issue was, and I want to try and help replace some of that or just help people.
A very, very small percentage of people even donate blood. Why do you think that is?
I wish I knew. It's easy. I mean, you just sit there and chat with the guys, they stick you with a needle, take your blood, and you're good to go.
So for people looking in right now that have never given blood, you would highly recommend it?
I would, yeah.
What type of blood do you have out of curiosity? I know is it a real common blood type? What type of blood type do you have?
A negative. I don't know how common it is, but apparently they need it all.
On a typical day, if you donate blood, having never donated blood myself, how long? It sounds like you're in and out of here pretty quickly. Is that the way it works?
Yeah. They started taking my blood half an hour ago, and I've been done for 10, 15 minutes. It's pretty quick. If you give a double, it takes about twice as long, where they take your blood out, they take the red cells out of it, and pump the rest back into you. And I've done that as well. And whatever will help people is what I want to do.
So it's all about helping people, right? Absolutely. Okay, we have a blood drive roughly every 8 weeks in Tomah, normally out here at Recreation Park. Do you get to every one? Do you try to get to all of them? How does that work?
I try to get to every one that I can. If I've given a double, then I have to wait twice as long. I have to wait 4 months. But if I give just a single like today, I've got an appointment again for 8 weeks. And I always set the appointment up the day I give blood for the next time. So I'm already scheduled in for the next time they're here in September.
All right, for the people not familiar with giving blood, and certainly I'm not, when you give a double, Paul, what does that mean when you give a double? What does that mean?
They take the red blood cells out, and that's what they need a lot of is the red blood cells. And then they put the rest of the plasma and everything back in. So you're not losing a whole lot. And my understanding is they need that as much as the whole blood. So I give whichever they need whenever I can.
Is there any criteria, Paul, before you give blood? You have to go a certain amount of hours without eating, without drinking. Is there any criteria before you give blood you need to meet?
No, actually, they want you to eat a meal and drink plenty of water. And then you come down and give blood, and then when you're done, they want you to take it easy and continue drinking plenty of water. Don't smoke within a half an hour, which I quit anyway. But, and then stay away from alcohol for a while. I don't remember exactly what the time period is because it's not a big concern for me.
So it's obviously some criteria, but nothing major, really, is there? It's
No.
not major criteria.
No.
Have you talked, obviously your friends know you donate blood. Have you ever gone to a friend and said, hey, it's not that difficult, why don't you do it? And what's the response been, may I ask?
Mostly the response is, if I can, which I've got a granddaughter coming down. Well, she'll be down here within about 40 minutes. And I'm hoping that she will talk to the rest of them, the rest of my grandkids, and get them down here.
So I'm assuming the granddaughter obviously is down here because of you, correct?
I'm not sure if it's because of me or not, but I like to think it is.
All right, as you wrap it up, you've given blood for how many months have you been giving blood, Paul? You said over a year now you've been giving blood?
This is like the 7th or 8th time, I think.
I would imagine, having, again, never given blood, it's got to be a great feeling to know that you're helping people that very obviously you're never going to meet. But that's got to be a great feeling, right?
Yeah, it is. It is. I don't care who the blood goes to. If it helps them, that's good enough for me.
Hey, thank you for sitting down with me. Hopefully, talking to you, we'll get more people to donate blood, and that's really the idea, isn't it? Because as I said earlier, a very, very small percentage of people donate blood, so you're in the minority, aren't you?
Yeah, I hope eventually that it would become a majority.
Well, let's hope by you and I sitting down and talking, that'll get the ball rolling. Hey, again, thank you for stopping down here, and thank you for making time to talk with me. Appreciate it.
Glad to do it.
All right, this is Oakley Moser. Oakley, you've been donating blood a long time, right?
Long time. First time was over 40 years ago. Hasn't been steady that entire length of time. The last 15 or 20 years pretty steadily.
A very, very small percentage of people actually donate blood, Oak. Why is this so important to you?
Well, you know, first off, for whatever reasons, I'm O negative, and there's always a big demand for that. And so I get contacted quite frequently. Once you've given once and you're O negative, you always know when there's a blood drive. And you know, it just became a little bit of a habit. And once you start, it's really pretty easy. They make it really convenient. Versity's great. Tomah Health here helps coordinate this. They use the facilities here at Rec Park, and you start to feel an obligation. And a lot of this product by Versity is used locally, even at Tomah Health. So it's you feel like you're contributing to people in your community.
So, look, I'm going to assume before you even started giving blood, you had no clue what type of blood type you had. Is that
That's
correct?
true. That's true.
And you have a very rare type of blood, correct?
It's one of the rare types, but
Right.
the uniqueness to it is that if you are also O negative, it's the only blood you can take, whereas you can also give O negative to everybody else. Every blood type can receive O negative. But if you are O negative, it's the only one you can take. So there's a little bit of uniqueness to it there.
So do you try to make all these blood drives, Oak, if it fits your schedule? Is that kind of the plan?
Yeah, I try. Usually 2 or 3 a year for sure. You know, with the weight you have to have in between, you can only get in maybe 4 or so, but typically 2 or 3 every year.
What would you say to people that are, including myself, looking in right now and sitting beside you that have never given blood? What would you say to them, Oak?
It's not as fearful as a lot of people think. I know you get the, I don't like needles. It's really not bad. If you're getting a flu shot, you can give blood. It's much easier. The people are very good. It's probably changed over the years and over the decades, and it's really not people are here. They know what they're doing. They're very qualified. They make it easy. And once you do it once, you'll say, hey, that wasn't bad, and you'll likely be back.
Does it frustrate you, Oak, that more people don't do what you do? Does that frustrate you?
No, not really. I think there's a lot of people, and it's funny, you start coming to these drives on a regular basis, you start to see a lot of the same people. You build a little bit of relationship. But no, it doesn't frustrate me that people don't. I know everybody's got a lot of reasons and things. I'm thankful that should I ever need it, there are people that contribute locally here.
And the final thought as we talked to another gentleman prior to you, it's got to be a great feeling for all the years you've done this to know you're helping people that very honestly you're never going to meet. That's got to be a great feeling, I would think.
It is. You know, you never know. You meet somebody down the street, you read about an accident. People are using blood every day for all sorts of surgeries and different things. And I'll admit, as I'm getting older, I'm thinking, you know, I might be in that situation sooner than later. And it's it's a feel-good.
Just out of curiosity, I've known you a long time. We played softball together many, many years ago. Up until today, Oak, I did not know you were a person that donated blood. For people looking in and watching you right now, are a lot of people going to be surprised you do this? Do you think a lot of people know you do this?
You know, that's a great question. I would guess a lot of people don't know, and I haven't been good at broadcasting it or marketing it. It's just a personal decision for me. Other than my wife or maybe my kids, I'm sure most people that know me have no idea.
Can I assume you're not the only family member, Oak, that donates blood, or is that a safe assumption?
No, that's probably a wrong assumption. On a regular basis, I'm probably that one.
You are? Okay. All right, so you'd highly recommend it. And like I said, the gentleman I talked with prior to you, the bottom line is there's really nothing to it. I think people are intimidated maybe by needles and stuff like that, but I think once they try it, they'll get addicted like you, correct?
Oh, that's 100% true. They make it as simple as possible. Yes, there's a pinprick, but it's pretty painless, and for most people, you're contributing something that you can't contribute any other way.
Hey, appreciate you talking with me. You probably really didn't want to do this, but I appreciate your time as a donor, and thank you for what you do. I appreciate your time.
Oh, it's all good. Thanks for what you do, Greg. Appreciate it.
All right, to wrap it up down here at the blood drive going on in the middle of July, Rec Center in Tomah. If you've ever wondered what it's like to give blood for the first time, Maya can help us out because you just gave blood.
Yes.
I'm watching you off camera. You're doing a lot of things with your arm. It's in the book. It took about 20 minutes or so.
Yeah.
Was it everything you thought it would be?
Yeah, it was easier than I thought it would be. I was worried it was going to hurt a lot. It did a little at first, but it actually wasn't too bad.
Easier in what respect?
Well, it was not as painful as I thought it was going to be.
Right.
And they don't really expect much of you, so you just kind of get to lay there and squeeze your arm, so it wasn't too bad.
So, for people that have never given blood, you recommend it?
Yeah. I think it's worth trying at least.
Sure. We talked about this off the air when you first came in, and I said, how did the idea come about? So take me back to then. How did the idea come about for you to come down here today? What makes this all happen?
So I have a bit of a fear of needles, so I was hoping that that would help me get over it, and I would say it was helpful. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. My grandpa also donates regularly, so he was a bit of an influence too. He was happy when I told him that I was going to donate.
And when you first come in, you sit down, and they take a lot of information from you, don't they?
Yes.
So the whole process takes what, maybe an hour, if we had to throw a number out there?
Yeah, I would say overall probably about an hour. My appointment started at 1:05 and it's 2:10, so.
So would you recommend for somebody that's never given blood, would you recommend it to them?
Yes, I would recommend giving blood.
They're back here in September. Might you be back in September?
Yep, I'm about to go make my next appointment.
Okay, so for somebody looking in right now that's never given, just out of curiosity, do you know what type of blood type you have right now? Did they tell you that?
They don't tell you right away if you're new, but they gave me a number I can call when they test my blood or when I come back. They should be able to tell me. But I know prior, and I'm AB positive.
Have any other just family members maybe given blood in the past that maybe also influenced you in being here today?
Yeah, my grandpa influenced me. He's O negative, so, his blood is always needed, so he's always given as soon as he's able to, so.
And all this blood, I don't know if they told you this, I found this out while waiting for you. All the blood goes down to Milwaukee.
Yep.
So your blood's going to make a road trip to Milwaukee. But how good of a feeling is it today as you wrap it up to know that the blood you just gave today for the very first time is going to help somebody tremendously,
Yeah.
and you're never going to know about it, but that's got to be a great feeling, right?
Yeah, I think it is really cool to think about my blood helping someone else, and I definitely think, saving someone's life is worth a little discomfort on my end.
So would you talk to friends since you've done it today? Now you know what it's like. Would you maybe share it with friends and say, hey, go do it, it's not that difficult?
Yeah.
Did you see that happening?
Yep. I've told pretty much everyone in my life that I was planning to do this, and I plan to bring my husband next time. So
There you go.
Yep.
Hey, thank you for sticking around and doing this. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.
No problem.
All right, Tyler, we've talked today with the fourth person we talked. We talked with a person, we've been doing it for about a year and a half. Oak Moser's done it since college. We just talked to a young lady very first time today. And if we throw a number off for you donating blood, it's been 12 years, right?
That is correct, Greg.
Taking back 12 years ago, what says, hey, I want to do this?
It's just about helping people. I mean, there's so many people in need, and spending time with friends and loved ones that have had, medical events. And, it's just something that anyone can do to help contribute. It's easy. It takes about 45 minutes to an hour. And, just try to do my part to help others.
We'll talk with people today. I think it's a lot easier than people think, isn't it?
It's extremely easy. The biggest thing is just the preparation, I would say. Get up, have a good breakfast,
Yep.
Stay hydrated throughout the day, and you're probably not going to have any side effects. The people that do run into problems, don't prepare their body for the day of donation, and
Are you just out of curiosity? Are you the only family member that donates blood, if I may ask?
I believe some of my other family members donate blood. I know I try to, make this drive. They're here every two
Yep.
months.
Yep.
It's a nice thing to do locally. It's right in my neighborhood, so that's why I contribute.
Very small percentage of people donate blood. Why do you think that is?
I think, they probably think it's more of a hassle than it really is. You got to set a time,
Yep.
set some time away for it. But, it is very simple. I think, maybe people have that preconceived notion that it's painful, but, it's very simple. Go out, I'd recommend trying it at least, and, it goes for the greater good.
And the bottom line is to wrap it up, everybody else you've talked with so far, it's doing this for 12 years, down here today in Tomah. Got to be a good feeling to know that the blood goes from here to Milwaukee, we know that, but to know that your blood is helping somebody tremendously who you're never gonna know this person, and that's got to be a great feeling, I would think. Probably one of the things that motivates you to keep doing this.
Yeah, for sure. Like I mentioned before, there's just so many people in need, and it's a way I can contribute. When you think about it, I recently, had a person I know that had to have a major organ transplant,
Right.
and gentleman's 40 years old, in great shape. You just never know when it comes to your health, and everybody can do something, and that's why I'm here today.
So to wrap it up, what would you say to people looking in right now, watching you and I, that have never given blood? What would you say to them?
I'd say give it a try. Set aside a couple hours, every 2 months,
Yeah.
and just see if it's a fit for you. Like you had mentioned before, it's for the greater good, and it's going to really help somebody, possibly change somebody's life.
Hey, thanks for sticking around doing this. I appreciate your insight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Greg.
All right, so in this portion of the update, we're down here at Recreation Park in Tomah in the middle of July for a blood drive by Varsity Blood Centers of Wisconsin. All the blood that is donated here in Tomah goes down to Milwaukee, and then it goes elsewhere from there. We want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us. We talked with 4 people that have donated blood, and we want to thank everybody that was nice enough to talk with us. We also had hoped to talk with somebody from Varsity Blood Centers more about the program, but unfortunately they had nobody available that could talk with us. So we wanted to do that, but that just was not going to happen. So we'll be watching a look back at the blood drive, middle of July, down here at Rec Park in Tomah. Give blood. They will be back here on September 17th and 18th of September. So if you haven't donated blood, think about it. Go through Tomah Health for all the information. We hope you enjoyed it here on The Update.